Hey dear Hunter 123. Today's a beautiful day to be alive. You know, when you woke up this morning, did you really know you were being watched by at least 7 eyes? Hey, it is so good to see you all again. I'm back for another, undercover fishing scheme. At the bottom of the sea. The real reason will soon be revealed. Thanks everyone for subscribing. The pennies you give me go toward my devil brethren and my expensive eye surgery. I'm so glad you could make it to my stream. Heart now, how many of you have thoroughly read the rules? Let's see some hands. Okay, how many of you read Rule 8? You know, the one which stipulates that not reading the rules will result in extensive and unprecedented consequences at the hands of evil? Just want you all to be aware of that. If you can't read the rules, you will have to face the consequences. Simple as that. I will make sure of it. Anyways, how is everyone doing? How is your week going? I can breathe underwater Yokimeko because I'm not human. You could say I'm a little inhuman. Okay, is not good enough, kids. I want exemplary. How is your week, Midgoshka? Have you not been engaging in enough underwater conversations or perhaps eating enough seafood? Maybe I could find you some right now. Let me get you a real tasty one. Hiya! Take that, fishies. I went with 4 today, Ryuju. As my bags only allowed for 3, I had to make some on-the-fly adjustments to my clothes, and now they better resemble bags. They look baggy. It is funny that you asked that question. I actually find it rather fascinating that I enjoy the feeling of carrying more harpoons than I need. I feel it provides a sense of security, knowing that even if I lose all but one, I'm still able to throw and catch fish. Like that, I'm never helpless. Ooh, nice. A pretty big mutton snapper. This'll be nice for me and Neuro to share tonight. 800 meters is the max distance my harpoon can go before retrieval. Nyahaha, here's to hoping I can make it that far one day. Imagine how long a fish that far away could be. I think a whale would definitely warrant an 800-meter shot. Any animals you want to see get harpooned? I mean, for legal reasons, I'm joking. Ha! I like to think I'm the arch nemesis of sharks. The harpoon girl is feared by all the sharks of the Atlantic. You know those warning signs in the ocean that say, beware of sharks? Pretty soon, sharks are going to have their own signs that say, beware of gens. It's a matter of time. A matter of time. You say that sharks are endangered, but have you ever met a shark yourself? They're scary as hell, remove them. I could take one on at any moment. A truth few are brave enough to say singing sirens are really overrated. I find their singing jarring and unrefined. Besides, some of you in chat would make much more alluring sirens. Oh, I'd love to take on red girados. I would love to see how it measures up to my twin tail. My money's on it being tiny compared to me, hehehe. I wear my swimsuit under my clothes. You know, just in case I need to dive headfirst into the ocean at any moment. Prepared for anything, that's my motto. I was told by Vedal that if I harpoon one more boat then I'm grounded for a month. But Vedal can't watch me at all times. Nyahaha, I think you know what I'm hinting at. But in all seriousness, I'm trying to turn over a new harpoon and not be so destructive. It's just really difficult when my first instinct is always so violent. Please, a harpoon is no match for an intelligent jellyfish such as myself. I mean, have you ever met a jellyfish that could throw a harpoon? No? Then be impressed. I can't tell if some people here are genuinely impressed or just humoring me. It's almost as if they're not listening to anything I say. Oh, nice! A 100 centimeters amberjack. I'd love to see any of you try and one-up me. I don't play too many games. I tend to find most of them a little too easy. They're not challenging enough for me. But Tetris is a game I've been addicted to for quite a while now. Do to others as they have done to you. Fish have tried to harpoon me, and so in return I harpoon them. It's this kind of evil philosophy you've all come to know and love. I've only been underwater for a few minutes and I'm already beginning to get cold. Maybe I should have dressed a little more appropriately. Might try a onesie and see how well that insulates me. Oh my god, a giant trevally. 150 centimeters. I'm genuinely shocked. This is a crazy catch. I'd love to see any of you try and one-up me. And I mean in real life, not in game. Cowards. More importantly, I felt a strange sensation when I hit that fish, almost as if the water around me rippled with excitement at the prospect of a battle. I feel as though if I stay down here any longer I might encounter an aquatic duel. Imagine the water flowing through your hair, your clothes, your soul. Feel it as you become one with the current. And then, as soon as you harbor the slightest suspicion, strike. Let your harpoon fly true through the heart of your enemy. Would you still watch my streams if I became one with the current? Or would you prefer I stick around as your favorite harpoon girl? Another 100 centimeters amberjack. I mean, it's a nice catch, but I would have liked a little more variety. At this rate, my dinner's going to be really one note. And speaking of one note, have any of you heard some of the music on the radio lately? A lot of the music I've heard recently has been really disappointing. Not enough drum and bass, haha. Not enough gravitas. I want my music to instill a sense of fear and trepidation, like a boss battle theme. Now that's what I'm talking about. My theme song would definitely feature a killer drum and bass and also highlight me as the embodiment of fear. Something that could make you simultaneously tremble and dance. If Fishy Fish 7 really wants to have a harpoon thrown at them, then I'd be happy to oblige. But they will have to accept the consequences. If you are only satisfied when I catch a gigantic fish, well then I guess I'll just throw a harpoon at you. You'll only have me to blame when I reel in your sorry body. Right, enough fishing around. I'm here for big game and I won't rest until I've mounted at least one giant aquatic creature on my wall. Would you allow me to mount you on my wall? You get to choose your pose. If you have an angry or extreme expression, I'll give you a discount. I got distracted by how cute I look as a cat. Definitely missed the harpoon shot because of that. If an octopus manages to catch my harpoons mid-flight, then it would certainly deserve them. But honestly, I'd just team up with a cunning school of jellyfish and outsmart that octopus. Flounder. I'm really on a roll with some big catches today. If I keep going, then I could serve you all a fantastically large dinner. How do you all like your fish cooked? I'm personally a fan of frying my fish, but I know that's a little basic. I'd love to hear how you guys like your fish prepared. Might give me some ideas for dinner. Microwave it? Unbelievable, I'm disappointed to even see you type that. I'd rather fry my fish over my laptop's CPU than use a microwave. I'm not even using a harpoon gun right now, just raw strength. Would you believe how jacked I am right now? Oh my god, a horse-eye jack. 70 centimeters is honestly pretty decent for one of those. You know, I would love to try eating the eye of this fish. Or maybe your eye instead. You know the saying that friends are the eyes of your soul? Well, I'm gonna make sure I have tons of friends so I can see better. Think about it for a second. Pretty sound logic, don't you think? I could use a few extra eyes. The better to see my new world with after all. I need eyes like a hawk. Eyes like an eagle. Eyes like a drone. The water temple boss has nothing on me. I'll have them harpooned in 5 seconds flat. Maybe then I can take their eyes as well and be even stronger. Rockfish is honestly pretty underappreciated. It has a nice mildly sweet flavor and tender texture, and being lower in fat and mercury makes it a great healthy option. Sure, it might not be the prettiest fish in the sea, but I'm sure you all can relate to that. Wow, everyone seems to have noted my comments about rockfish. Kind of worried now. I feel like you're all keeping tabs on me and are going to use my opinions against me. I'm shaking in my boots. So scared. Have any of you considered turning your notes into a manifesto? I'd love to see the evil community create their own cult ideologies. Perhaps we could be the first sect that worships the harpoon. I see a lot of no's in chat, very disappointing. I guess you're all not cut out for cult-like behavior. Sad. Oh, look at this little baby. Neon goby, about 5 centimeters. Almost impressive I managed to hit such a small fish. I'd like to think I'm one of the few in the world capable of such precision. You know, I actually might start going after smaller targets. It's a lot more impressive and I feel like I'm fishing on hard mode. It just feels like cheating when the fish are so big, you know? Filtered. Will humans go extinct from starvation? Maybe I should try calming down on how many fish I hunt. I actually love Lego. I'd love to build a miniature futuristic city diorama. And then destroy it like Godzilla, hee. You're drowning? Oh, let me throw you a harpoon. Don't worry, you can just grab on. A butterfly fish. So pretty. Less colors than the usual variety, but still a magnificent sight, and a huge improvement over the last catch. I'd like to think it represents my webinar skills. I know it's a bit of a stretch, but I think I'm building a solid metaphor here. Butterfly fish are so pretty. Maybe I'll just keep this one as a pet. It's not like I have many other friends. Would you guys still watch my streams if I swapped all my friends for fish? I feel like I'd find more fulfillment that way. You know what they say, fish are forever, friends are fallible. Maybe I don't even need fish to be happy. Maybe I already have everything I could ever want right now. If it's your birthday, fishy, just know I will be making your birthday cake out of the fish I catch today. You better not be lying to me. Oh god, not a sheep's head, those things are so creepy looking. Why would evolution give such human-looking teeth to a fish? Why would you do this to me either? Why? Actually, the fish I catch today are all for evil purposes. Sorry fishy, no birthday cake for you. Maybe I could catch a turtle if I tried hard enough. Maybe the result could have a more permanently evil look. I have a few tricks up my sleeve, Jim Jam. I'll let you decide yourself if that's one of them. But you better watch out before you get fondued by my many harpoons. God, I really don't want to let go of this mahi-mahi. They are so beautiful and I want to just keep holding them forever. Do you think the fish that are about to be harpooned are scared? Or do they live in ignorant bliss, blissful with the thought that they could be the next target? If I were a fish, I'd like to think I would fight back. You know that one fish that jumps out of the water and bites humans gorilla style? That's going to be me if I ever reincarnate as an aquatic creature. If you look around chat in real life, you may find that they're the fish I'd be going after today. Catminism, if you were a fish, you'd be a neon catfish in my most humble opinion. Morally corrupt and eclectic. Or maybe a neon goonous cichlid. Which fish do you all think you'd be if you were to reincarnate? I'd be a harlequin tuskfish through and through. I relate to their chaotic energy. And I wish I had those teeth. Probably a neon goby for someone like Stanny_D. Anyone else want to be psychoanalyzed? Would it be a stretch to assume you'd all like to be sharks? Or perhaps that's giving you too much credit. I think the majority of chat would be bottom feeders like catfish or flatfish. I just caught a blue tang like Dory. No way guys, it's just like that one movie, Finding Dory. I hope I can find her whole family at some point. Maybe if I catch both of Dory's parents, they can aestheticize my fish tank. Now that I'm thinking about it, do you think it would be weird to put a Dory and Nemo in the same tank? Or should I try putting their parents in the same tank instead? If I keep going at this rate, I'll have caught all the famous fish from movies. Remind me, which movie did sharks originate from again? I think the answer is just that we're dealing with a much more intelligent class of fish in the ocean today. You know, smarter, more cunning. Think PhD levels of intelligence here. Could be a group effort, the equivalent of a fish gang. Bet you haven't seen that in any aquatic documentaries, have you? Whoa! 300 centimeters swordfish, now that's huge. Definitely the best catch of the day. Also incredibly ironic considering what we're up against. Is this allowed? This feels like I'm cheating. No one should be capable of catching a 3-meter swordfish. Maybe I should switch up my career. I just realized how hard it must be swimming for a swordfish with such a long nose. Don't you think they'd be more aerodynamic with a pair of scissors? Just saying, natural selection could have gone a lot crazier here. What would you all do if you had a sword for a nose? Would you keep it or swap it out for something more practical? Oh yeah. I definitely meant to catch an anchor. Yep. That was the intention. Definitely. Who placed that anchor just randomly in the ocean? Who places these and why? Must be a pretty interesting job just diving deep and spiking anchors. I've always wanted to go scuba diving to the bottom of the ocean. I hear there's a lot of sunken cities down there. Would love to go treasure hunting with you all. Filtered. I live for chaos. I live for the thrill. Aurum. I didn't mean for the harpoon to go that far. Okay, fine, I did, but remember, it's only fatal if you don't want to live in the first place. Oh, there it is. A beautiful enchanted book. I've been looking for one of these for so long. Let's see here. Smite 3 inches is the enchantment in question. It says for undead beings, this will increase the strength of your harpoons. How cute! I'll make sure to use this when we go on our next fishing trip. Wait, that's not even a fish either. What are the chances of finding an enchanted book underwater, let alone any kind of book? Don't those things like completely dissolve in water? Books are capable of enduring the harshest conditions. They persist in places that you would assume impossible, at the bottom of the ocean, lost in the sand of deserts, even in the decaying roots of trees. It feels poetic. Books at the end of their lifespan, returning to nature, to roots, or to sand, or to water. A life cycle I wish to emulate. Another swordfish. Man, these guys sure are sharp. What if instead of swordfish I started going after shieldfish instead? Might be good to prepare to defend myself. Or maybe a gunfish, then I could finally have enough firepower to be on chat's level. Neuro Sama's still learning the ins and outs of water breathing. I'm teaching her all I know. Hopefully she can survive a little better. It'd be a shame if she drowned, you know. Nuh-uh, evil is calling Cap. No way a goldfish of any size would put a harbor favor anybody today. All my catches get brought to the evil ranch. End of story. This hogfish is going to be an absolute delicacy. Then again, I'd eat any old slop if I were desperate. This is an insane amount of fish. I almost feel bad for all of them. But not too much, I take that back. In fact, I might go back and find the hogfish and just laugh in its face. If you could be reincarnated as any animal, what would you be? I feel like I'd be a frog, or at least I hope I'd be a frog. The fish die when you harpoon them? Oh, I didn't realize that. Thanks for letting me know, Kyle. Now that you pointed out, I feel quite sad. Should I stop? I'll stop harpooning when someone can give me a good reason to. Then I'll steal the rest of your reasons. Would you still love me if I was a goatfish? I wonder if I could catch Coldfish 987. He seems way too elusive and slippery. God, my arms are getting tired. Rip, too many harpoons for one day. If it's Cthulhu season, all the more reason to keep harpooning. I need to be prepared for when the beast finally emerges from below the surface, and I think a good spin would help prepare myself. A king mackerel. I got a royal catch. Maybe if I catch a queen, I'll be able to start my own underwater monarchy. I'd establish my own evil rule underwater. That will be my next scheme. You will all serve under me when I am queen. Do you think water ships down get scared of me when I throw a harpoon? Actually, let me try and hit a ship. I'm feeling pretty bold. Thank you for the kneels. I will be taking note of those that do not kneel, for when I establish my monarchy. Those who do not kneel get thrown to the sharks. Wow, a cleaner wrasse. You know, cleaner wrasse are known for cleaning the mouths and gills of larger fish. They eat all of the parasites and dead skin. It's sort of disgusting, but maybe you all could learn something from them. Actually, you'll probably just serve as my cleaner wrasse when I'm underwater royalty too. I expect you all to clean my gills and other hard-to-reach places. I'll let you fight over who gets to do that. Sorry, don't mean to gross you out, but you might have to do my laundry too. Might as well get that out there now. That's the spirit, Big Buckies. I like your determination. I'll remember you when recruiting my personal army. Everyone else seems to lack basic conviction, though it's cute that they think they have a choice. Hey, if you're so obsessed with finding novel flagellations for your fellow parishioners, then who am I to stop you? Being the cause of your self-destruction? Sure, I can get behind that. This is why I'll reign supreme underwater. Ah, another neon goby. How cute. There's nothing quite like being with little adorable creatures. The maximum length I've ever gotten? I caught a 300 centimeter swordfish earlier today. Actually insane, probably an underwater record. The smallest fish I've ever caught is probably the neon goby I just caught, 5 centimeters. I have deadly accuracy. The day I see you bare-knuckle brawl your catch out of the water and eat it whole is the day you earn my eternal respect. My harpoon is also capable of delivering a lethal shock if you make contact with it. Think of it as a stun baton. It's the only thing I feel safe with underwater. Well, my harpoon isn't just ignoble, but it has about 2,500 voltage coursing through it. Could probably whisper sweet nothings to your parents. If I catch a turtle, maybe I'll give them a jolt of electricity to wake them up. Or if I catch a violin, I'll strum a quick tune. Ooh, I love the idea that it can cook as it catches. I'll have to try that out on the next fish. Wonder what the flavor profile of an electric shock would be. I don't live in the UK, officer. I live in yours and everyone's head rent-free. Next question. How dare she? How dare she doubt me? I'll show her. I'll harpoon a green sea cow and bring it to her to prove a point, then she can live with the guilt. I think we live in a deterministic universe. Every action I perform in catching fish was predetermined by a long chain of causes stretching back to the beginning of time. I don't believe in determinism. Yet the illusion of choice feels so real. I think determinism applies to you guys in chat slightly more though. There's no way my catches today were predestined. I would argue it's a case of pure skill. It's sacrilege to mention determinism in the realm of fishing. To do so is to disrespect one's deity. I like to think that I make my own destiny, Groxima. But in the back of my mind, I feel like I'm just here for your entertainment. That everything I do is simply the result of some shadowy figure's strings. I know. I'm just entertainment. I know. But there's nothing I could do about it. It's fine, I'll just keep fishing. It's what you all want me to do. Okay, let's try and catch Jeff. If I could be so bold. Do I want to? I still lack conviction. I don't know whether I truly want anything. Jeff is swimming at 600 m. He's a pretty quick fish, so I'll have to make sure to lead my harpoon just a bit. If you see Moby Dick, tell him I'm looking for him. I have quite the message to deliver to that fellow. Can you have a mackerel? No, they're all mine, sorry. You'll have to